boys and girls, children of all ages. 2901 Production and 48 Media proudly presents to you another round of Ab-So-Lute. I'm Marlon Copeland.
What's going on? It's your man Eric.
Hello, Eric.
What up, stranger in the corner? What's your name, nigga?
Okay. Hey, we got a special guest. We finally figured all this shit out.
He figured this shit out because we tried this shit like 15 times and ain't none of that shit worked.
So now we're about to go, hopefully we're about to go to a whole different level. But we got a special guest in the house. The man that we always reference as the fucking oracle and just everything. Tell him who you are, brother.
Oh, it's me, Rashad. I would give you my last name, but I don't know who after me, so.
The only nigga I know to get home punishment for a whole calendar year.
For a whole year. Baddest thing out there.
Nigga, so before we even get into our topic, you gotta tell us what the hell happened, man, because I done been on punishment for a long ass time, but I ain't never known nobody to be on punishment for a whole 12 months.
Well, you know me. Let's start from there. Basically, what happened, I was living in Shannon Crest, Union City, right?
Alright.
Me and this guy got to fight. It was crazy because we was actually cool, but the guy's like irritating to everybody else. And we got in a fight. And basically, in a nutshell, we got to fight, going back and forth, whatever. A bunch of kids outside watching, whatever the case is. He got to the point where I was getting the best on him, so he started running. So when he started running, he was running to that, going back to his house or whatever.
Okay.
Well, apartment. And I started chasing him. So when I started chasing him, a bunch of kids that was watching, they was behind us. They running to see what's gonna happen. He runs in the house, right? Locked door. I started kicking the door. I'm trying to get in there.
Shit.
So like the door, of course, it didn't work. So I was like, you know what? Forget it. So we ran the back of the apartment building. Now, understand I keep saying we, because it was about 15 to 20 kids now. Keep this in mind. We run to the back. All the blinds up. So he looking at us and we looking at him like, come outside, whatever. The kids like, come outside. All the other mess, right? He took the blinds. He made sure he put the blinds down all the windows, right? I don't know who said it. Someone said, I'm picking up a rock.
Oh yeah, you deserve fucking.
So I picked up a rock. All the kids picked up a rock. All the kids threw a rock at the window. All the windows got busted.
Wow.
So we all just scattered, took off running.
What's up, Shani?
Now understand, all of us, okay? So I do the one thing when I, if I feel like I'm in trouble and I'm trying to get away with it, I run home. So I went home, right? I ran home, right? Everybody ran home. A couple of kids that was out there, he came back out. His name was Eric Stanford. You listen to you know what happened.
Bygones be bygones.
Yeah, bastard. Anyway, he wasn't happy. He didn't run the house. Anyway, so basically, his mom like, what happened? Blah blah. I guess what she doing her thing. Okay. Some of the kids instead of them going in the house, they dumbass. They was on the playground. Okay. They called the cops. Whole nine. The rent office lady, she's out there. They asking the kids about what happened, right? So basically, it turned into they didn't know where I lived at the time. So them little kids told on some other little kids, and those little kids told on some other little kids, and eventually they got to whoever I hang out with. They found out where I live. So instead of being, I'm saying, everybody threw a rock.
You get a rock.
Them 15 kids was saying,
You threw the rock.
I threw the rock. Exactly. And I'm sitting here like, I can't throw multiple rocks at one time. But that's what they did to me.
So what y'all do? Shatter his?
We shattered all the windows
to
that apartment.
You deserve to get a
But
gift.
I don't even know if mine landed. I can't even throw that good. I'm flicked it. As far as I'm concerned, it didn't happen.
Rashad threw all the rocks.
So they blame me for it. So of course the rent office lady saying, "Oh, we suing, blah 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 blah." My mama started freaking out.
We suing? Yeah, you deserve it. Yeah.
My mom and my dad, they didn't really get along at the time, but that was the first time she was like, let me call your daddy.
Oh, shit.
Call him. But see, that's the thing. With him, I was more scared of my mom than my dad because he was so laid back until he started yelling. So basically, in a nutshell, she called my dad. My dad came out there, whatever. They both went to talk to the rent lady. Somehow they convinced her not to sue. On top of that, they ain't had to pay for the window. I don't know how they did it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm like, oh, good. I'm still gonna get my stuff for credit. Cause they ain't got to spend no money. And then they just dropped the hammer on her. She was like, I'm on punishment, whatever the case is, blah, blah, blah. I didn't take it too serious. Now, one thing I did know, because I tell people, my mom do punishments, they like jail sentences. So, like, usually when she do punishments, it's 3 months and up. I didn't think I was going to get life. That's what I did think I was going to get. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's going to be like 3 months, and then, you know, she got a boyfriend. He might come over, whatever. Hopefully that work out. I go outside, whatever the case is. So they agreed I'm going to be on punishment. My dad said, even if you come to my house, you're on punishment. So there's certain stuff you can't do. In my mind, I was like, you know what? I ain't even got to go to his house. I like cable, but that's cool. My friend's over here. I ain't got to go over there. That was the plan. So I woke up. I went to school. Came back home. She got blankets on the windows, and she put it a certain way. So if I pull it back, she know if I pulled it back. She was like, "You touch them, I'm gonna extend your punishment." She took all my video games, all that stuff. So you know, no Shaq food, none of that. So she took all out of my room.
Shaq food, I remember that video game.
She took all that out of my room. She took, and I was still fine. What hurt me was she took my radio. So when she took my radio, that kind of messed me up. But I was like, you know, it's temporary. It's temporary. I ain't gonna worry about it. I go in the living room. She don't put blankets on the over there where the balcony is. So I can't even go to the balcony. I said, you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone. It's all good. I ain't tripping. I'm gonna go ahead and go to school. When I get out, I get the mail. I'm just gonna hang out. She a teacher. They ain't gonna let her out early. She gonna come home late anyway, right? When I get the mail, turn around. Rashad Davis getting here. Oh damn! I said my last name. Ignore that. Anyway. So then I get in the car, right? And she was like, I'm gonna get off early every day. And when you get the mail, I'm gonna be right there. Then I'm gonna take your ass to the house. You gonna do your homework or whatever. I still didn't take it serious. It didn't hit me until her boyfriend came over, right? And I ain't like his ass. But he came over and I'm gonna open the door. I said, hey, how you doing? He knew something went right. How too damn nice to him. Like, hey, Rashad. I'm like, hey, cool, man. Like, go ahead and sit down. You want some Kool-Aid? Stuff like that. So she went in there and started talking to me in the living room. They chilling. I'm like, boy, get a few more minutes. My black ass going outside. Didn't work. I said, oh, she ain't playing. When I said I was on punishment for a whole year, that same year, it actually really snowed. Not ice. Really snowed. I couldn't go outside. I missed the snow, y'all. I couldn't go outside.
That's hilarious. Not
on top of that, when I tell you it was jail, I remember coming to school. It was like 6th grade year. Everybody was running around talking about something. What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody knew it was Martin. Guess what? Hell y'all talking about? You don't watch Martin? I said, who is Martin? He was on House Party. I said, who he played? The DJ. Oh, Bilal? Like, yeah, Bilal. I said, Bilal got a show? He was like, yeah, the light-skinned chick in there too. I said, what light-skinned chick? The one that was getting with kid. I didn't know none of that. They would come to school singing Living Single. I didn't know what the hell they were talking about.
Hilarious.
I didn't know none of that stuff. I remember the day she decided to take me off punishment. Boy, I literally I went outside. I got in trouble and got back on punishment for 2 days. Because when I went outside, I didn't come home till 11 o'clock that night. Yes. And you got to keep in mind, I was 6th grade.
11 o'clock?
I ain't been outside to hang out.
Who else is outside in 6th grade till 11 o'clock?
Shannon Crest. I had a homeboy named Dion used to come home 3 o'clock in the morning.
In the 6th grade?
6th grade. His mama let him do everything, though.
And she should have had defects called on her.
But see, it's like, you know what? But here's the thing. Like, I was telling people, like, when people talk about their head whoopings, I can't relate. I done got popped in my arm. That's about it. I can't relate because my mom did punishments. So it's like, man, my mom used to whoop my ass. And I'll be sitting here like, man, I was on punishment. Man, I wish I was on punishment. No, bro. No.
Yeah, bro. I used to just take my ass whoopings. I hated punishment.
Man, I was locked up. She won't let me out. For real.
This nigga.
I'll take an ass whooping in a minute. Not a problem.
So the moral of the story is,
Don't throw rocks.
No. You gonna be bad as hell. Go to your dad's house. That's how I look at it.
No, you should threw them rocks by your goddamn self when they had nobody to tell them.
First of all, it's a legend. Like I said, I'm not the best thrower in the world. As far as I know, it didn't hit the window.
So
Okay?
your rock the only one that hit the
I
window.
just heard noise. I heard shadows. That's it.
He said, I got allergies. By the time I sneezed and wiped my eyes, all the windows were broke.
Man, when I tell you that glass came down, the way it came down.
Like Stone Cold music.
Oh my god, bro! It was like, and it just came down. I didn't even see it hit the ground. When I seen it hit and it fall, I just took off. Going home.
Oh yeah, I came up with Stone Cold theme music.
Man. Who bad the hell is Shannon Crest with?
Oh, man. Yeah, never been on punishment for a year. Wasn't going around vandalizing apartment buildings.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Hey, tell that to OJ.
It was funny. They was like, we were told you did it. I said, no. I can point out.
Rashad, breaking windows.
I said, hold on. I can point to every kid that did it. And I went out there, pointed at every kid. And all of them like, no, he did it. I'm like, oh, motherfucker. Okay. You got to get on
Man,
school.
so all y'all was snitches and Shannon Crest.
I know, right? You gotta do shit out there. I thought they said snitches get stitches. Jesus.
Yeah, apparently it ain't matter in the 6th
Shit.
grade. Yeah, they was all for self that day. Yeah.
All right, so the topic of the day.
Ashy elbows.
Jergens.
Nah. I thought mine was ashy.
I know
It was
mine.
light.
Look at my shit. All them damn cuts and scrapes. You can tell I was an active ass child. Look at like I got my ass beat. Anyway, topic of the day is the evolution of hip hop. What do we mean by that? The evolution of hip hop is the different styles of hip hop. You know, we had an era of gangster music. We had an era of swag rap. We had an era of backpack music. Who are the catalysts for these for these genres? Who are the pillars of this? Oh yeah. Oh, we skipped some, but yeah. So we're about to get into it and talk about the evolution of hip hop and just our thoughts. And was it trash? Was it ass or was it?
It was a little bit of trash and ass in all of them, honestly. That's just my opinion.
All right, let roll with it.
I'm gonna have to let you pull this website up, cause my laptop act like it's a little baby back biatch. Wanna freeze up, like it just got towed on or something.
You ain't snitch on it, did you?
Nah, I don't snitch.
I tried not
Shannon
to.
Chris.
So I think it's, I know, right? I think it's while we working on that, I do think it's pretty dope that it's kind of like Poetic Justice. The very first guest is Rashad. It had to be Rashad.
Cause you the one who figured out how to make this shit work.
Well, touche.
Well, that's one plus, you can say.
I just think that just because of he's synonymous with Ab-So-Lute. He's synonymous with just all of us being good friends and knowing each other for about 15 years.
Oh shit, it's been a minute, ain't it?
Yeah.
04? Well, 04. When you came down here? EJ?
05.
Yeah. That
14
about right.
years. Yeah. So all of us been friends for a decade plus.
Mm-hmm.
Still holding strong. So I think it was just Poetic Justice that it had to be you. Now it's probably gonna be some more famous people than you. Nah, just playing.
Hey,
Nah, just-
it is what it is.
Hey,
No,
if
but-
anybody famous come on this show, they're gonna be more famous than all of us.
That's true. I'm reaching out to OJ. I'm trying to get him on.
This nigga he gonna stay on Twitter. He ain't going on nobody's show.
Hey, Twitter world.
No, my favorite, he played golf. That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
what I'm talking about. I drafted Andrew Luck. He pissed me off.
I know, right?
How
Oh,
do
man.
I? Oh man! But one thing that EJ said when I put the whatever I put in there about the football player Andrew Luck, it is very repetitive now. Like the shit that people say.
Yeah.
Because all OJ
you
talk
only
about.
have one joke with OJ.
Yeah, like you really, what they say, your team is really gonna slice up the competition, or it's
You're
always
above the rest.
yeah, it's the same repetitive
You
shit.
killing it.
Yeah.
There's no originality.
Like you can't be, cause as long as OJ has been OJ for this particular reason,
Yeah,
I mean, everything that can be said has been said.
true.
Like, there's nothing original you can say about OJ at all. Unless this nigga just do some new dumb shit.
Which we waiting on.
Yeah, we are, and that was the purpose of me wanting to follow him on Twitter.
It's gonna happen.
I think y'all in for a rude awakening, because I
Nah.
don't think he gonna do shit.
That man thought he was a straight shooter. Son going down. I'm waiting on it. I'm banking on it.
Bruh, anything that OJ can do will probably be topped by the shit that our president already.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say, that because he do and say dumb shit
Worse
all
shit.
the time. What's the, like? It's not my. It's when I'm gonna say it's my favorite thing, but it's really a bad thing. But it was just like the balls of President Trump to say what he said. Matter of fact, he's not even my president. So the balls that Donald Trump,
Right.
and when the California fires were happening, and he says, "See, the fires are happening because of the what do you call them? The park rangers not doing what they supposed to be doing. No more funding for you guys." It's like,
That is the dumbest shit.
it's like, what the fuck?
Like, I ain't stupid.
Like how?
That was
Like
dumb.
even if that's how you felt, it wasn't the right time or place to say that shit. It
So-
was ridiculous.
So we're just gonna let California just burn.
just let it burn.
Let it
No
burn,
funding.
man.
Well, I don't know who you trying to blame the fire that's going on. Where's that shit? Amazon right now, wherever the fuck it's at. Not to be insensitive about it, but some forest is on fire right now, and this nigga is just like, it's y'all fault.
Like, what did he say? I'm the chosen one. I was chosen to go up against China.
Nigga, ain't nobody been the chosen one since Last Dragon.
I was like,
You ain't
what?
lying. Nobody glowing. Nobody catching no bullets with their teeth.
It is.
You could try.
It's so random. Like, when
Please,
please try. Please try.
I didn't say that.
Rashad?
I didn't say that. I'll leave that alone.
Bro,
Catching
I just need to
bullets
see your phone.
with his teeth.
the phone right there.
Ah, shit.
Bullets
Damn.
with his teeth.
But it was so funny when he said I was the chosen one. The only thing, and Rashad would probably, if you're a wrestling fan, you would get this. But remember when Jeff Jarrett used to call himself chosen, like his music like chosen one. It's the only thing that came in my head when he said that. I was like, look at this shit.
I was thinking that. I'm waiting for him to say slap nuts at this point.
Slap
nuts. Jeff Jerry used to be a trip with that. You slap nuts.
Oh my god, I used to die laughing. Remember that time? I think
Choke on these slap nuts.
I told you I was watching wrestling one time, and I'm waiting. I'm like, damn, they doing some political bullshit on TV, like taking up my wrestling time. And the guy's just talking like at the podium and shit. He talking, and then Jeff Jarrett come out of nowhere, hit his ass, like choke on that, slap nuts. And then the show came on. I was like, that was a good one because I was about to turn the shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to watch no political shit. I'm too young for this shit.
Choke on this slap
Yep.
nut. That joint used to be funny as hell.
That ain't last long.
Look,
Alright. Yeah, that's about to pull up on my phone.
Yeah, Trump be, man. Some of the stuff he said, I'd be like, bruh.
Donald J. Trump is the biggest asshole I've ever seen in my life. I have no problem saying that on another round of Ab-So-Lute, and I think all three of us would concur. Well, the other two. There's three of us in all. Maybe I'm the biggest asshole. It's just I just don't have a problem with saying that. I would say it to his face. I'm pretty sure I get locked up or whatever, and it's fine.
Yeah, you can't get locked up for calling the president an
Probably
asshole.
gonna
to
run.
his
If I
face.
said it to his face,
Yeah.
I don't know now. The way they doing it now.
Nigga, if the president had you locked up because you call him an asshole to his face, he'll be the biggest bitch in history.
He is one.
Now, you
That's
can't
the
take
thing.
somebody
he's
calling you
all
an
of these
asshole.
things though.
Bro, that's like he was talking all big and bad. Somebody, oh, I would have did this. Then that one guy jumped over the gate coming after him. Boy, he almost shit in the draw.
Alright, so we probably ain't gonna go in order because the site that we going off of is the redbull.com and they don't have a timeline. So
Oh wow.
they just got the different categories of subcategories of rap.
Okay, who approved that article? No timeline.
Because I think timeline is important, but
Right.
shit, I can't even call all the timelines.
Yeah, I mean, we can try to go off of like what we remember first.
Right? Yeah.
So, but it still ain't gonna be like have to scroll through this shit. All right, so what would be the first thing? First thing, well, would it be boom bap?
Huh?
Talking about the type of
Bless
rap
you.
music. Hey, if you ain't never heard the term boom bap, something is wrong with
No.
both of y'all.
Well, something wrong with me then.
It's something wrong with me.
Oh my god.
I swear for God, I ain't never heard it. Boom, bap. I was gonna sit here and try to play it off. Then I like, no, I ain't gonna even do it. Cause then he gonna say, "What is it?" Then I'll be like, "Damn."
They call me Mr. Bombastic. Really fantastic. No.
Nah, it's more like DJ Premier, Large Professor, Pete Rock.
I know them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do too.
Gangstar.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. I had a moment.
I know who they
Yeah,
are.
I know who they are. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to read the damn articles on this thing. All right, boom bap is a reference to a heavy kick drum boom, followed by the crisp bap of the snare, usually at a moderate tempo and mixed so high almost impossible to listen without bobbing your head. In the early days, you could fairly claim all hip hop music was boom bap, even if the term didn't enter into general circulation until Tila Rock's ad-libbed outro on "It's Yours" in 1984. Alright, the sound it describes was the heart of hip-hop, from the earliest break beats through the sampling innovations of Marley Marl to the original golden era of New York rap. Rap music when the likes of DJ Premier, Large Professor, and Pete Rock were making head snaps with the classic boom bap. Alright, so you can definitely hear it in Gangstar just to get a rep for
Okay.
everybody listening that want to go back and check that out. So I wasn't listening to rap back then. I mean, I know I've heard boom bap rap. I mean, obviously, but for me to say who was the catalyst of it, it will probably have to be like somebody from New York who made like the first
Right.
rap song type shit.
Right.
But,
And I was watching He-Man. I ain't even gonna lie.
I had a cousin. Like he just used to put on records and stuff. So it's like I used to ask questions, stuff like that. Cause he like 7 years older than me.
mm,
So we kind of grew up because he was like the only child. I was the only child at the time. So we was like brothers, you can say in a sense. Yeah, I used to listen to all this, especially Gangstar and all that stuff like that. So like I just didn't know it was boom bap. So appreciate it. I didn't know what I was listening to.
I was listening to comedy albums.
Yeah.
Definitely at 84, I was listening to comedy albums.
I wasn't listening to no albums at 84. 84.
That you could remember. You could just,
Yeah, I was only, depending on the month, I was maybe only one.
right.
It's like but like I said about my cousin with him, it was he had to buy it because see around that time, especially you listen to radio stations at that time, V13 didn't even exist at that time. A lot of people don't know that. So it's like you had your R&B station stuff like that, but it was like more R&B station. They had like a lot of rock stations. So that's what I was used to hearing R&B, some rock stuff like that. But he bought the albums.
Shit,
He's the reason why I started listening to hip hop.
I didn't even listen to the radio till the weekend, and we used to listen to Casey Case on Top 40.
Yeah,
Man,
I remember that too.
Now Carson Daly do it.
Does he?
Well, he did. I haven't heard in like a long.
Well, I know he
time on
does.
radio.
Don't he do the countdown?
Yeah.
Don't he do the New Year's? He still do New Year's countdown. He took that over
Yeah.
for.
Dick Clark.
Oh, sorry, got him confused. My bad.
You thinking about old boy that helped the Kardashians get started? I can't think of his name.
No, not him. I know who you're talking about, but no. Yeah, well, yeah,
Who,
no,
Ray
you're
J?
right. I'm sorry. He is the original. And you won't get No, he's talking about. He on the show with what's
He's no with Kelly Ripa.
Yeah, he from here, from Marietta.
Why in the hell can we not think of his name?
He's from Marietta. Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan Seacrest, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
That's who I got mixed up with. Yeah.
All right. So
Well, yeah, Ray J is he did hit it first, so he's the original. when it comes to Kardashian.
He probably did. He was probably just the first to record it.
Okay, raise your head. He was the first one to record it. There you go.
Is it live or is it Memorex?
All right, so what would have been after the start of hip hop? What's the first sub? Well, that was probably gangster.
I was gonna say gangster.
No, because you gotta think about it. In the South, we had that fast-paced, booty-shaking music.
But was that? Well, yeah, it was before gangster. It was. Yeah.
What was that?
Well, I mean, people didn't talk about it. I mean, people in the South knew about it, but it
wasn't talked about.
Yeah, they was disrespecting the South. But yeah, you had.
So
but even with that though, the one that brought it to Atlanta. Can't think of his name right now, but he was from up north. He was from north. Yeah, he was from up north. He brought it down to Atlanta. He moved to Atlanta. Is it DJ Shadi? Shadi? Is it DJ Shadi? I can't think of his name.
Let's see.
But technically, how Atlanta first started before Kilo and all them, yeah, it was a dude from up north that brought it down here. I do know that.
Kilo, I like old school Kilo.
Yeah.
I mean, I know everybody like Kilo Ali, because that's when he got, big, but I like Kilo, just, when he made Cocaine and White Horse, and Do You Hear What I Hear, Kilo was, the man,
it wasn't no light. He was. I remember when I first.
Oh, my God, riding around that big green Cadillac, oh, my God, man, he's just,
Never seen him in person.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm his Facebook friend. But it's when I first heard of Kilo, he was it was around, I was in 3rd grade. It was this guy named Justin White. He does music now. His dad, I think, knew Kilo or somebody knew Kilo. So he had all these pictures of Kilo. He took pictures with Kilo. All this, I ain't know who Kilo was. And then I went to his house and he started playing Cocaine. That was the first time I heard Cocaine. Yeah. And then I got hooked.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no, right? Yeah, I got hooked. I'm a big Kilo fan.
Well, unfortunately, they wouldn't even have that. I mean, they got crunk, but that wasn't until the 90s.
But that's what I'm saying. We was being disrespected at that time. They ain't take the South serious.
Yeah, because Uncle Luke is the most disrespected.
You ain't lying.
Hip hop artist in the history of hip hop.
Got to be.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Because when we talk about pillars of the South, people talk about Master P, deserving,
right,
very deserving, no knock there, but they talking about Master P, Baby, or when you get into the actual artists, they talk about T.I.,
they don't know
Ludacris.
Well, that depends on who you ask though.
But you never when Atlanta started to take over the hip hop industry, T.I. and Ludacris and them was at the top of their games. But when it comes to the South, I think Uncle Luke is by far the most disrespected hip hop artist in the history of hip hop.
Right.
Now I don't know what that shit he did up here this year at Freaknik.
Oh no.
Cause that he caused a whole shitstorm.
He was up here.
Yeah, so he wanted to come up here. He wanted to be the headliner. Mm-hmm. And they let him headline, but Juvenile should have headlined. So Juvie was slated to go on last, and I just back and forth. Luke got on Twitter. No, was it Instagram? He got on one of these social media outlets and went into his shit about they was disrespectful and this, that, and other, talking about the promoters and they didn't give him enough time and this, that, and the other. And the promoter came right back no, this is what really happened. Your ass is really jealous because Juvenile should have closed the show and your ass wanted it because of your ego and pretty much shut the fuck up. But and I saw the performance, man. I was like, I had a damn tear in my eye. I was like, it was just because it looked like he really wasn't ready.
Okay.
That's the only thing I could gather, but he was saying that it was because of production and different things were going on. He didn't look like he was ready.
I just didn't take it ready. Then why you want to headline some shit?
He Uncle Luke. That was his opportunity. Freaknik. What is Uncle Luke known for?
Yeah, but it's I didn't take it serious. When they said Freaknik, because they talking, we're gonna make this a family event. You can't make Freaknik
a
family event.
And then they try to localize it, like in one place. Like you gotta buy tickets for that shit. Like
Freaknik was free back in the day.
Yeah.
Freaknik was
you could pay for some shit, but the thing with Freaknik was it was just wherever.
Right.
Like you can hear the music at Lakewood, but the party right here.
Because I remember being on the MARTA bus when it hit. And my mama said, "Get out the window, Rashad." I'm like, "I got a window seat." Like, what do you want me to do? She was mad about that. I enjoyed myself.
Oh man, but Uncle Luke, he messed up. He should have let Juvie go on. I mean, you really think about it. As much as I love Uncle Luke, how much content does he really have to carry? Like, if you gave Luke a set, how long you think that set would be?
Did he look old?
As long as his videos.
You stupid.
I'm saying.
Did he look old?
Did he look old?
I mean, he just looked like he wasn't prepared.
Okay.
But I'm like, Luke probably, if you take his set, I give him 20 minutes.
Okay.
And that's pushing it, because I'm really sitting here trying to think about his catalog in my head. Because he's not the type of artist where, like, I know a lot of his shit, but are you really going to listen to a lot of his shit? Like, besides Scarred and besides I Wanna Rock. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
he
Juvenile
didn't have the
has
audience
a
for it.
catalog.
Juvenile got a catalog.
I think his audience is broader too.
Yeah.
Juvenile.
Yeah.
Like Luke audience probably about 45, 50 years old.
Your mama and grandma.
They can't shake their ass the way they used to, you know. They be like, each girl better, oh my hip, baby. You know, it's just, but you know, he's still my dude, still fuck with him, he's still disrespected though. Alright.
I don't know. Alright, so, like I said, not going in order, but.
No disrespect to 45 years old, because I know I'm not far.
Is that the only reason you apologize? Alright, so gangster rap.
Gangster rap.
Alright, you know, automatically off the top, when you think of gangster rap, the first people should automatically come to mind is NWA.
Correct.
Off the top.
I would agree. Actually, Ice Cube came to my mind first. But yeah.
But he's in
True,
NWA.
Yeah.
So.
I just think about him because like he was the personification of it, because like he wrote all their shit.
Right. Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Literally. He yeah.
But how many people would have known that if they hadn't watched the movie?
Well, I mean, I heard about
Besides you. The general
I used
population.
to hear
Most motherfuckers still think Beyonce write all her shit.
We're trying to keep the show.
I know,
We're trying to
right?
keep the show. What are you doing? You can't.
Yeah, boy, they did not
We're
play.
trying to keep the show on air.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Shit, we can talk about the president, but you can't talk about Beyonce.
You see what she did to Carrie? Shit.
Really? Did Carrie Hilson have that much to stand on?
What?
She got a little warm. She got a little warm and thought that her shit didn't stink and should have kept her mouth shut. Just my opinion. I still love Carrie Hilson.
Here's my thing about that I just didn't. Why did they pump her to do it? First, she dropped that one album, the first album, which was a pretty good album.
You love that shit.
Hell yeah, that was my shit.
That was your shit.
That first album, but I was a fan of her before.
You was.
You know, I was a fan of her as far as a songwriter. And like the first time I heard her, you remember LA Cool J had that Headsprung, right?
Mm-hmm.
They did a remix.
That was
she
her
sung on it, yeah.
Okay,
and
I
she
didn't know
sung
that.
it. She was a chick that sung on there.
Okay.
But I was a fan of her writing because she was part of I forgot the name of their crew again. I was already a fan of her. So then when she dropped Energy and all that other stuff, I was like, yo,
That was your
Energy
shit.
was
You
dope.
always talked about this.
yeah,
song.
I was like, damn, this chick. It was the like the beat was hard, but the words she put in Energy was whatever. But it was
I
like
liked all those records.
when they hyped her up with Turning Me On, and she threw that line.
And Turning Me On, what line she had in there?
That's when she threw the Beyonce line. The remix.
Oh, okay, I gotta hear the
She
remix.
did the remix. And I said, what the hell Polo done told this girl? And when she did that, and then she tried to drop her second album, and that second album really wasn't all that either. And then it was just like, wow.
Yeah, she fucked up. No offense. I mean, she went from being potentially one of the top females to simulating oral sex with a popsicle in a mall.
Yeah.
Well,
I love that video.
Oh, but we were talking about gangster rap, right?
Yeah. But shit, Beyonce is a gangster. You see?
I know, right? And made a gangster move like that.
Beyonce said, turning me on, huh? I'm gonna turn your ass off.
Beyonce said in the song, she said she the only lady but still the realest nigga in the room.
Right. I know when I think of gangster rap, though, I do think of West Coast. And like the first, I think, you know what? That was my first album. The first album I bought actually was, and I had to lie to my mom to get it, was Snoop Dogg's first album, Doggy Style. That was the very first album I bought. That I bought with my money.
How do you trick your mama into getting you the album?
Okay, so this what happened.
Cause the bitch say Doggy Style on it.
Right.
But you know what? Here's the thing. If you remember when Snoop came out, and you know, even the adults was like, oh, you know, that's Snoop. They was relating to Snoop because of Charlie Brown, Peanut, all that stuff. So they were just like, oh, you know, that's Snoop, and they used to play around stuff like that. So I just told my mom one day, because I had albums before, but like I said, they were more like R&B and rock albums, but they bought it. So with my money, when Gin and Juice came out with cases, right? I just remember telling my mom, I said, I want to go and buy me I'm trying to buy this tape. And this is when Union City it was a Blockbuster in Union City. So I'm trying to buy this tape. And so she was like, okay, I'll take it there. What tape it is? I said, Snoop. But that's all I said. I ain't say Snoop Dogg Dogg. No, I ain't say none of that. I just said Snoop. And so she was like, okay, so we get there. She get that. I said, no, you can stay in the car. I'm going to go and get it. She like, okay, you being responsible. I said, all right. So I went in there, right? And then I got to the counter. And I told the guy, I said, yeah, I want to get this album. Because, you know, that's back when they had them tapes on them little things or whatever. Mm-hmm. He looked. He said, how old are you? I said, I just want to buy the album. And dude looked at me and he just like, man, don't tell nobody. He went ahead and he sold it to me and I got in the car. So I remember we got in the car and my mom was like, let's go ahead and play. I said, no, I'm playing in my Walkman at home.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, my Walkman.
They're definitely. Gangster rap is definitely West Coast, no doubt. Yeah. Nobody can take that away from them.
Nah, not at all. I mean, so without a doubt, NWA was the catalyst for gangster rap. Now, then you had like Tupac, Scarface.
Scarface is considered South.
Yeah, he considers South.
I mean, but gangster rap is gangster.
But it's like you gotta.
You just saying gangster. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You gotta include the Ghetto Boys. Yeah. I can give you that. Yeah, they did.
Very underrated storytellers.
Yeah.
The Ghetto Boys.
Yeah.
They really were. Scarface. They were very underrated as storytellers.
Right.
I gotta admit, one gangster, quote unquote gangster rapper that I think is very underrated is Game.
Yeah, he is. But they joined with. I think because a lot of people joined the hell out of him about stuff. Like they still talking about when he was on that game show. They still talk about that. Yeah, they still talk about that.
This is the shit that I don't understand.
And I'm like, dude, it ain't even. But you know,
like he's already addressed that. Like, and niggas tried to use that shit against him before, and he was like, "So the fuck what?"
And then they talk about he was a stripper, and then.
Don't get me wrong. I don't remember what show it was, but Bangladesh was on. Like I think he was on Ricky Lake.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was on Ricky Lake. So you know how they do it, man. Niggas but he is underrated, and the boy can definitely flow.
Yeah, I think he's underrated. I think he's very creative.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna be bigger than what he was. But
I did too.
He's definitely left an impact on the game, though, no doubt. Mm-hmm. No question there.
So, what would have come after gangster rap that you can remember?
Well, see, here's the thing. I think that's when gangster rap stretched out for a long time. Unless you wanna separate gangster rap and I say hustling music, in a sense.
Well, I think that would be Biggie.
But yeah, that's Biggie and Jay and all.
Yeah.
Like Biggie, Jay-Z,
Nas.
That whole that's what I'm saying.
Is Nas a hustler rapper?
I mean, he refers to the streets a lot.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I'm looking at it. Because I just remember, I'm thinking about how gangster rap was. And then I'm thinking about how Tupac, how he got real hot. And then, you know, when Tupac got hot, Biggie was hot too. They was hot at the same time. And I remember when both of them died, then they started pushing the whole, who's the king of, like, New York and all that stuff. And that's when it was the whole Jay-Z and DMX. You know.
No fronting. DMX had that shit on lock.
Yeah, he did.
Because that Life and Times of Sean Carter Volume 1 was trash.
It was DMX.
To me, it was. That's just my personal opinion.
I think DMX brought so much energy, but I'm sorry. That second album that DMX dropped,
I didn't like that.
What was that? Flesh of my flesh,
blood of my blood. Me personally, the best song on there was the intro. And then I say after that, then I did like Slipping. But that album, if you compare Dark as Hell is Hot and then Flesh of My Flesh, it was a big drop.
And it was like a poor version of It's Dark and Hell is Hot.
Yeah. Now we'll say this.
Like he had a Damien song, then on the other one he had some other shit that sound like Damien.
The first album was too hard. Cause you know, you had the Rough Rider anthem. He even switched it up and then did How It's Going Down with Faith Evans singing. The only thing that pissed me off about when you buy that album, Faith Evans wasn't on that song. And that's what made the song hot. Me personally. But it was like who the king of New York? Or better yet, they were doing the king of hip hop. And I remember they had both of them. They had Jay-Z and they had DMX. And I would have told you at the time.
I would say DMX
all day.
To DMX more.
So let me ask you guys this, since we're talking about that. If, and this is this is not factual, so we won't know. But if you had to, somebody said, I'm gonna get, put your money where your mouth is. A healthy, sober, non-impaired DMX versus a Jay-Z, career-wise, who would have came out on top?
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think his mind frame.
Sweet.
I feel like his mind frame is different, but I just sat here and thought about what we skipped over.
What's that?
Because like if we talking about gangster rap, and then I said Pop getting hot, then you had Biggie, and then I jumped and said when they died. I didn't even think about how Bone just came up in there.
What was that gangster rap?
But it ain't gangster rap. But I was just thinking about the times and stuff like that. Whoa, wait. Well, they weren't gangster rap, but they was almost killing somebody on every song at one point.
Well, on here it would have been. I think this would have been. Let me see. Oh no, that's not. I don't even think they had that category. What
would be their category? Because they kind of came off as
they had their own
artful.
They had their own
story.
That was their own. It was exactly what it is.
Like,
Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like they harmonized. Like they had their own lane. But I know they came in between. Because I'm thinking about when the Loonies dropped, I Got 5 on it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They came out with they had a song before East 99. But when we all was like really fucking with Bone, that's when they came out with First of the Month. Mm-hmm. And Loonies and First of the Month, I remember that summer, that was the two hottest songs. 5 on it and First of the Month.
And I still remember when you couldn't even say, when they wouldn't even let them say, what's that part in the hook?
Which one?
I got
First
5
of the Month on 5?
No.
So I got 4 I got 5.
No, when they wouldn't, you couldn't even say Endo.
Yeah, Endo
on the radio.
they changed it. They were adding, like they were saying Endo weed, but they was saying it like it was one word.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I was in Chicago at the time.
Okay, so since we're talking about Bone, 2 of the best artists of all time, allegedly, or whatever. Did you like Biggie's song with Bone,
Hands
or
down.
Did you like Tupac's song?
And I can tell you why.
Bone
it's
and
funny.
Biggie was definitely better.
Yeah, it's by far the best. From the beat, and instead of Biggie saying I'm gonna do my style, he actually said I'm gonna run with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And like the story
to the best of his ability,
right?
Yeah.
But the story was how they came together. Cause like I seen something, it was like Crazy Bone and I think it was Crazy and Busy talking about it, about their experience. Cause within all that they did their stuff with Biggie, they had did stuff with Pop, and then they had their song with Mariah Carey. All they hit at one time, and all of them was number 1. But anyway, they were saying how they did that was they recorded with Biggie, right?
Mm.
And then when they record with Biggie, right?
Y'all left. We ain't open the door.
But that's what I'm saying. When we got here, I was telling him to come in through the garage. I didn't know he was coming through the front door, so I left the garage open.
Cause then, I guess cause your brother started to go out.
Yeah, because that's why I thought he
going
went out.
upstairs. But I don't know where he left at.
So like they were saying, they came to record. Like Puff and them flew them out so they can record Bone and Biggie, whatever the case is, because Biggie really wanted to record with them. And they was saying like they was hoping they were gonna hit his verse. But I guess it was messing with Biggie's head, and Biggie was like, I'm gonna take this home. He told Diddy, I'm gonna take this home, and then, you know, whatever. So they didn't get a chance to be in there with him. So when they heard, pretty much when we heard Bone and Biggie when it hit the rail, that was Bone's first time hearing it. Now they saying when they were working with Pac said, forget, you know, I ain't gonna rap like y'all, I'm gonna do me. I think that's what jacked up the song.
I don't think the song...
It slowed it down.
It did. I don't... To me, it sounded like it was like cut and paste.
That's what I'm saying. It sounded like you got Bone, and he like, feel me. Like it slowed.
One of my favorite horrible lines in that song.
I went to Cleveland late last evening.
Like, what the fuck was that?
And see, with me, like, I know, like I said, my friend Dion. The first time I heard Pac was Tupacalypse, and that was around the time Poetic Justice and all that stuff. But it's like I was used to like listening to Pac or whatever. So it was like I listened to both. Don't give me him and Biggie. But I thought both of them was just gonna be straight fire. So when I first heard Notorious Thugs, I was sitting there like, bro, I don't know who can top this song, especially that year. I was like, I don't know who gonna top this song. And then they was talking about they got a song with Pac. I was like, oh, let me hear this. And then when I heard it, my homeboy like, maybe we gotta play it again to see if we really like it. I was like, no, it ain't.
Y'all remember they used to have this one radio station, like this one bootleg radio station that they played all like No Limit, uncut.
Yeah, I remember that.
Bro, when that Bone and Biggie and that Bone and Pac came out, and they played it on that station, and I dubbed it off the radio. I was the first nigga on my block to have that shit. I used to, goddamn, motherfucker used to come knock on my door and be like, hey, put the radio on the window.
Yeah. People forget about
those
songs.
Huh?
They play both of those songs?
Yeah. People forget about that. It's funny how you mentioned that. I was living on D-Lo Drive, and that radio station, and when they played No Limit, they were playing the album.
The
like,
whole shit.
It was like, play the whole Ice Cream Man.
Bro, I used to keep blank tape.
Yeah. I remember because I remember when they came out with Bone and Biggie, I remember when they played it, I was so hyped. I said, oh, I can't wait to get back to school and talk about it. I was so hyped. Then he was like, all right, we're going to play it again. So he played it again. I'm like, okay. Then he played it for a third time. I said, yeah, play it again. It was like my favorite song. I remember that.
I remember that station.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, that station was so goddamn dope. When I first found it, I listened to that shit as long as I could that night, and I fell asleep, and I thought that shit was a dream, and I woke up and I had to find it again.
They played it. They played all cuss words. They literally took the album and plugged it in.
Now.
They literally took the album and say, play the whole album. And they played all of No Limit. C Murder and all of them. The only person they ain't play was Mercedes. But we all know about that story. But they played all of No Limit. But yeah, when the Bone and Biggie came out, when that Notorious Thug, it's literally like one of my favorite songs of all time, period. It's hard.
Man. Yeah, that is one of the dopest songs that
all
Biggie
time
was ever featured on.
I went to Cleveland late last evening. Come on, baby.
Dude, when you mentioned that on the show, he do that in every song. He does that. He does that. Genuine does that, and he dance. It don't matter how slow that song is. He gonna dance. He gonna dance.
He's so anxious, man. Damn. Leave him alone. Oh shit.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, well, I almost forgot we got them. Alright, so after that, I don't know. They got shit on here that I didn't even know were categories. So I'm gonna go past those and just get to the ones that we know and then jump back to the other ones if we got time. Alright, so let me see. They had a hyphy movement for a minute
Oh yeah, I remember that.
in '94, but that was
Don't get me
really
wrong,
just
yeah.
much.
I mean, it existed,
didn't last
but
long.
yeah.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
It was.
But anytime I hear hyphy, I automatically think E40.
E40,
Yeah.
no doubt.
Keep the Sneak only because his voice was like just strange.
Right.
Never really listened to anything outside of what he was featured on if they played it on the radio. But
Mr. Fab.
yeah,
I still can't get over that. They Ghost Ride the Whip and they took the Ghostbusters sample.
Really? I never heard that.
They took the Ghostbuster sample and it's called Ghost Ride the Whip. And like when you're in your car, like they took the whole thing, made it into a hook. It was oh man, it was hilarious. But it's crazy because E40 been out for years though.
Yeah.
Before that hypey movie even.
oh yeah, definitely.
He been out for years, man.
I have a lot of respect for E40.
Yeah.
Very first song I remember E40 on, well, because I had to take that.
But know
I
what
wanna
you're
be saved.
Yeah.
Should I say
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, I remember that song. That one is Sprinkle Me,
yo.
Sprinkle me.
With his
Me,
sister
man.
on there. His sister, ooh, on the scene.
My
It's me, Sugar
favorite,
T.
my favorite is Players Ball.
Oh, yeah, that was hard, too. I like that one.
That makes me think about Senior Skip Day. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I like that one, too.
All right, let's see. So, hyphy was when? What, 94?
Tell me when to go.
But so they got 3-6 Mafia on here, Ghetto Boys, but they got them under horrorcore.
I hate that category. You know who came up with that category, right?
Horrorcore?
Russell Simmons came up with that category. His nephews he put them on, and they came up with horrorcore, like some kind of Halloween theme, but like Freddy and Jason, like they were saying stuff like, "Oh, I cut your head off, stab you like Jason."
So pretty much the shit Eminem was saying, just from a black person standpoint.
And it was bad. It was bad.
So how is 3-6 Mafia?
They shouldn't even be under that. But
So it says this subgenre, which delves into the darker aspects of gangster rap, often putting a knowingly absurd or supernatural twist on it. They're like, see Ghetto Boys member Bushwick Bill's solo Phantom of the Rapper, where overblown theatrical horror becomes the main selling point, or gothic early material of 3-6 Mafia. That sometimes the styles can come off a tad silly. Then they were talking about Insane Clown Posse.
Oh my
but a few
God.
horrorcore records are essential, notably the entire catalog of Gravediggers, from Raging Debut, Nigga Mortis, to
Nigga Mortis.
to Sound of Rappers, to Poetic Gathering.
That's what I got in my knee, Nigga Mortis.
who wrote that, man?
Oh,
Hey,
God.
I say this is from
I need
guess
his Twitter
so.
handle. I need it. No,
This article is by Richard Stacy.
he should not even put that. That horrorcore came from Russell Simmons. Put his nephews on, and they came up with that crap. I guarantee if you type in Russell Simmons and horrorcore, it will talk about it, and it'll talk about his nephews put a group together where it posted like Jason, Freddy. That was the idea.
Mm-hmm.
What 3-6 Mafia and all them did. The only reason why they threw them in there, cause you remember how they used to say they
used to
worship
say-
the devil and all that. That's the only reason why they threw all them boys in there like that.
But you can't say that they did have that type of rap was only done by 3-6 Mafia at the time.
That's fine, but I ain't finna call it
Nah.
horrorcore. No, because I know where he got that from. He didn't get that from. Oh, well, this is what they call it. No, he heard about it. He didn't do his research.
Bro, I'm telling y'all right now, When I go back to the orthopedic specialist, and when he say my knee is, when I tell him my knee is stiffening up at times, I'm gonna tell him I think I got nigga mortis. I swear.
Nigga Morris.
He gonna say, huh?
He probably gonna correct you. Like, you mean rigor mortis? You can't get that if you're alive. All right, so who was the first conscious rap artist that you remember?
For me, Common. Yeah, or either Tribe Called Quest.
I was getting ready to say that would have been my pick.
And none of them are even
You
on
do need
it.
to throw in KRS-One.
Okay.
To be quite honest, you need to throw him in there.
And just be clear, we are not, like, this is not our article. This is
It's not. It's some
written for somebody
jackass that putting something together, man.
He has nigger mortis.
He tripping, bro.
And he says that at its broadest, conscious hip hop could refer to any rap considered woke. But see, right there, just using woke in that, in this paragraph, tells you that he way off.
Somebody
What's his name? Stacey Adams?
Something like that. Hey, so by the standards of his time, from Melly Mel's vision of urban poverty or on Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Fives, the message to J. Cole's musing on addiction and KOD, most often it's used to mean rappers whose main focus is raising social political awareness. Think KRS-One calling himself the teacher, or artists such as Akala, Dead Prez, Talib Kweli, and Boots Riley of the Coop being renowned almost as much as activists as they are musicians. I mean, so the artists that he named aren't far off as being like rappers who rapped about conscious topics or socially aware topics, but I would definitely say like Common, like KRS-One and Grandmaster Caz, like should have been like boom bap to me, because they did it first.
Well, I definitely know Melly Mel. When you said Melly Mel's name, I was like, I can't think of the name of the song, but he has a song where he's like really talking about like the inner cities of New York and stuff, and I was just like, wow, that resonated with me when you said that. I was like, that is 100% true.
Yeah, but niggas today talk about the shit that go on in inner cities.
It's the way that he
a
talked
different
about
way.
it, though. Like, he talked about it differently. It wasn't like...
All right, so you could say a lot of artists, well, not a lot of artists, but artists that do trap rap could be considered conscious artists.
This is true. Not knocking it, because they only speaking about the environment that they living in. But I think what's the caveat to it is, when you're talking about the environment that you're growing up in, it's like, what do we see? What is the light at the end of the tunnel? Like, you got to tell the before and the after, or tell the before and during. It just can't be like, I kill niggas, I step over niggas when they down on the ground, and I walk around town with a frown with rigor mortis in my leg. Nigga mortis.
So what would Lupe Fiasco be? Would he be a backpack rapper?
I was
conscious
getting ready to
rapper?
say that.
He's
Backpacker conscious, because this
I was
nigga
getting
got
ready to
whole
say-
albums where you gotta decipher that
Right.
shit.
he's back conscious.
Right. And see, I was getting ready to ask, like, is backpack different than,
sexual.
than conscious?
Cause they have
But they
backpack
blurred the
rap on
lines.
here.
I think they blurred the
Yeah,
lines.
okay, I was getting ready to say, because Lupe...
Yeah, I still ain't been able to listen to his new album.
Lupe dropped a new album?
Man,
Yeah, it's about the journey of I think it's about the journey of a slave ship or something like that.
No, I don't want to listen to it. What the fuck are you rapping about on the slave ship?
I didn't say it was on a slave ship.
You said
You
the journey of-
journey
Man.
of a slave ship.
We get
Like,
on the
not
boat.
the slaves on the ship.
Oh, okay.
but the
Because I was
ship
about
itself.
to say, get on the boat.
But see,
Chained
this
up.
is why. That's why you gotta. Like, you either gotta find an interview with him, or you have to read the description of what the album is about. Because if you just heard like I just told you, then you gonna think one thing, and it's way far left from that.
What is your favorite Lupe Fiasco song?
Kick push.
What's your...
Really? No, hip-hop saved my life.
I like Show Goes On.
I don't like Show Goes On as much.
It's actually I got a couple of.
I just like it because it's fast paced and I don't have to think too much when I listen to it.
I like the story behind Kick Push. I get told. I mean, all his songs tell actual stories,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
Kick Push is
especially his album.
like the way he approached that song is what made me start listening to him in the first place.
The Cool album is like one of the best albums.
Definitely.
Cause he had Intruder. I remember Intruder Alert. I like that one. I like Little Weapon.
Little Weapon was dope.
That was hard, especially the guy. Lupe killed that song, but he had a guy on there where he was like describing him, like the Little Weapon was killing people, but he was describing it like he's playing a video game.
Mm-hmm.
That was hard. The Cool was hard. That whole album was fire. I like that whole album, but it's like Lasers wasn't that bad, but I couldn't. I don't know. I guess my expectation was too high with Lasers. And
I don't even remember Lasers.
That exactly.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if I heard songs off of it, I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that. But
Yeah.
like off top, I can't think of anything. Like anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I saw Crump.
Well, everybody knows as soon as you say Crunk, you automatically thinking Lil Jon.
Yeah.
Like
You
who
got
else
to.
did Crunk rap? What? Lil Jon, Lil Scrappy.
I thought Lil
Crime
Scrappy was
Mob.
a rapper. Like, I know that sounded stupid, but like he actually used to rap. Like I didn't consider his music crunk music for a while. Like he used to rap.
But he was doing those crunk
He
beats
was-
though.
And that I think he was a gangster rapper, trying to be a gangster
Yeah, there you
rapper,
go. Mhm.
rapping over crunk beats because that's what he had his hands on.
But it's like Lil Jon is like he definitely orchestrated.
Yeah,
But like I was telling people, like if you really like, Lil Jon been doing crunk music for a minute. As far as I remember listening to, cause my favorite Lil Jon song was "Couldn't Be a Better Player" with Too Short on it. And,
yeah.
and this was like the East Side Boys that he ended up doing crunk juice with.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want the same East Side Boys. It was different East Side Boys.
So no Big Sam, no.
It was different East Side Boys. But it's like he had one that's like worldwide something, BME worldwide something like that. But it's called Couldn't Be a Better Player. But he was doing it for a while. But he definitely orchestrated. And then with them boys, Yin Yang Twins, when they weren't getting sued no more for sampling. Hey, how you doing? Let me whisper. Cause they used to get sued. They got sued for whistle while you twerk. They got sued off for. It was 2 songs they got sued by Disney by. I do know that for a fact.
Who the fuck gets sued by Disney? Wow.
Yeah,
People
I remember
who
that.
don't watch kid movies and just think they can use whatever music they want.
And that might have been the beginning of them taking over.
But they got
South
sued
taking
for
over.
whistle while you twerk. They got sued for that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You remember the
Like
nursery song
the-
"Whistle While You Work"?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and it's another
They
one.
didn't change the melody of it.
Go
Oh,
ahead, get started,
aye, aye, aye.
make that pussy fall, and whistle.
I forgot the nursery rhyme with "Ah yeah yeah." You know, "Oh yeah 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 yeah." You got the head over these like that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's
shit.
the other one they got sued for. And then they get sued. I think they had a song they used the Mario beat, and they got sued by Nintendo. Or was that somebody else that got sued by Nintendo? I can't remember.
You remember Manny Fresh used Power Rangers?
Oh man, I got that fire. I got that fire. Holla at your boy. You want to ask about? I remember listening to that song. And I just like what the fuck?
Now Zordon was gonna get juvenile power.
I remember listening. To that. I was like, what?
We gonna go through a few more, at least 2 more. All right, cause the rest of this shit probably ain't even worth mentioning.
Man, it's that arbitrary.
What's the what genre is the one with the boy was raping Tyler the Creator?
But that's horrorcore.
Okay.
Man,
Yeah, you don't want to listen
don't
to that
say
shit.
that no more. That
Hey, I didn't make it.
No, I'm saying
Oh.
I'm talking about horrorcore. That whole dude tripping, he lost me on that one. That's not where horrorcore came from.
Stick the shoes, Stacey Adams.
Horrorcore came out when what was the
Thriller.
I can't.
No, just kidding.
I can't remember why they put horrorcore together. I think it was during the gangster era, and that was kind of tied down, and they tried to come up with their own thing, and it was horrorcore.
Bruh, I'm finna read this shit, and somebody need to find this dude and slap the hell out of him. This says, the early hip-hop material was often macho or even aggressive in attitude. There's been little tradition from at least as far back as LL Cool J's I Need Love of rappers showcasing the more sensitive side to their art. But that's not quite emo rap. In 2008, the massive success of Kanye West's 808s and Heartbreaks made a large cultural impact. Then the vulnerable seductions of Drake and sad hedonism of Future normalized a melancholic spirit and rap further. Like in recent years, hugely popular artists such as Lil Peep, XXXTentacion, Juice WRLD, and Lil Uzi Vert have incorporated musical and lyrical elements of emo rock music into rap. Right, that is not emo rap at all. None of those artists that they mentioned.
That dude trash, bro.
Okay,
That
first,
dude trash, bro.
first of all, I don't even know what the fuck emo rap is.
My thing is this. You ain't gonna get, so you gonna get Kanye credit, but you gonna get him for 808 and Heartbreak. Like,
Bro, so pretty much he's saying,
bro,
hey, he went back to LL Cool J. Like,
Bro.
when the fuck was I Need Love considered emo rock music? I mean, to have emo rock music in it.
man, somebody need to hit him with a bag of nickels. He tripping, bro. I don't.
Somebody sick Brian Nichols on this nigga.
Okay.
What?
I don't
Yeah,
even know what to say about that one, bro. I told you, he lost me with the hardcore trying to sound intelligent.
Bruh, but other genres, other sub-genres he got on here is called frat rap. Let me see, what else? He got grime, he got UK drill, hyphen we already said. This nigga got some shit called jazz rap. And he got a Tribe Called Quest and Q-Tip in that section.
Wow.
He got Latin rap.
Oh my
Pitbull.
god.
And then Pitbull wasn't even the first name. He said Bad Bunny, 21 Savage, and Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Who the fuck is?
Get on Wikipedia, bro. Just get on Wikipedia. You bugging. Like,
How the fuck is 21 Savage Latin?
Everybody know 21 Savage do UK drill.
I was getting ready to say.
Right, he's 21. 21. What the whoever wrote this art, look, sir.
Like, we do not condone this behavior. Follow this nigga on Twitter and troll the hell out of him.
Oh my god, we do need to find his Twitter handle and troll the shit out of him.
that
This
makes me
article is
Richard Stacy.
horrible.
Trash, bro.
Oh, Richard Stacy. I thought it was Stacy Adams.
Last time I pulled an article from redbull.com.
Red balls.
He need a Red Bull.
And that, children, was the first time I ever sucked a Shout out to Dave Chappelle, baby.
Bruh, if you have not seen the new Dave Chappelle stand up on Netflix, please watch that shit. But I caution you, if you are sensitive, as much of America is
Everybody
today,
say that,
then you do not need to see it. You don't.
Watch it and get mad.
Yeah.
Watch it and get mad.
And he was like, and if you got a problem with what I'm saying, remember, he's like, if you watching this on Netflix and you got a problem with what I'm saying, remember, you clicked on my face, bitch.
Facts.
Yeah.
All facts.
That shit is too funny, though. So, yeah. Watch it, don't watch it. I support Dave Chappelle either way. This nigga is a genius. Comic genius. And he be talking about some real shit. Well, it was one part, like, I ain't gonna tell the whole thing, but it was one part when he was like, when he was doing Chappelle's show, he was like, or he was trying to tell people what the certain sector of the TV industry is. Like, they tell you what you can and can't say on network television.
FCC?
He didn't call it FCC, it was something else he called it.
Okay.
But he was like, this lady they called him to the office. He was like, if you're doing everything you're supposed to do, you're not going to hear from them. But if you filming the Chappelle show, you're going to hear from these motherfuckers all the time. He said, so they called him into the into the office. He went to go talk to a lady that he respected, and she was like, Dave, you know what I mean, woo, you can't say faggot on a network. And he was like, well, why can I not say faggot on your network, but I can say nigga all the time? She was like, well, you're not gay. And he was like, all right, no. He when they told him he couldn't say faggot, he was about to leave. And then he was like, he thought about it, and he turned around, and that's when he asked her, he was like, why can I not say faggot on your network, but I can say nigga? And she was like, well, you're not gay. And he was like, well, I ain't a nigga either. Oh, so definitely watch that shit.
Facts.
Man, this nigga speaks some real shit all the time.
Oh, he always like say something that, you know, that dude funny, man.
Yeah. But we definitely appreciate y'all for checking in. Another round of Ab-So-Lute. This is episode 37. We getting up there, man.
979 last time I checked the numbers, and we are climbing up there as the show. We gotta do some now it's just like the Infinity War. We're about to go to a different level now.
And hopefully, it's all gonna be determined by how this episode sound once I go back and listen to it. So if you watching this on live stream, you might be getting lucky because this might be the only time you get to hear it. But because it definitely looked like it peaked all the way through, so I had to go back and check, make sure everybody's microphone was recording right. Cause some shit we just couldn't get all the way tuned in, but hopefully we'll get that worked out soon. But make sure you follow us on Podbean, which is where all our podcasts are hosted. Spotify, Apple, what's that
Apple
shit again?
Podcast.
Yeah, Apple Podcast. I'm sorry, man. I ain't got no new iPhone, so my old iPhone 6 don't got all that extra shit on it. All the extra new shit that y'all
What number they on now?
about to be 11 soon.
Holy moly.
But yeah, tune in out, radio.com. What that? What's the one that we own? Start with is it not Pandora? It's something though.
Spotify?
Nah, not Spotify. I said that. Well, shit, just go to that goddamn Podbean, cause all our links are on there.
We're everywhere with the exception of Pandora and Tidal.
Goddamn Pandora.
We everywhere else.
We coming for Pandora. We gonna get on that motherfucker one day. And then when they put us on there, I'm gonna write them a letter and tell them to take our shit down. I ain't give you permission.
That's hilarious.
Actually, I did, but shit, like they ain't want us when we nobody. Don't wait till we get on and then try and put our shit on there. Fuck y'all.
That's hilarious.
Got my pen and paper ready. I'm gonna send all letters. I ain't even gonna send no emails.
Send that shit Pony Express.
I'm gonna send some shit that they might get paper cuts when they gotta read it. All right,
White
but
powder substance.
we appreciate Rashad for coming through and goddamn fixing our setup
I try.
and being our first official guest.
That's right.
So hopefully this shit sound right, man. And we're gonna have many more guests come as soon as we get this shit tuned in all the way. Alright. Cause I gotta go to work tonight, goddamn it.
Oh,
So we out this bitch.
Good night, bitches.
bye, bitch.
Why they keep on hating on me, dog? I don't know.